So is there a crypto asset for that machine learning AI?
Right. Doge to the moon.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jack, and on this channel all we do is car stuff. That's it, Volkswagen and Audi car stuff. Except for this upload, I'm doing something a little bit different. Getting my first ride along in a Tesla, and I'm doing it on one of the most infamous roads in the United States, Highway 129, also known as the Tail of the Dragon. Never been in a Tesla, and I think they're freaking cool as hell for what they are. I'm a fan of just raw power. I don't care how it's made, what it's made, whether it's gas, electric, diesel, solar, water, I do not care. I just like raw adrenaline and power. So I get to take a ride along with a Tesla wiring engineer on the Tail of the Dragon. Freaking stoked. So let's dive into it. And here, I'm just gonna play my entire ride unedited straight through and just enjoy the ride. And there's some pretty interesting little bits. I am a personal big fan of the self-driving system and was very intrigued to see how it reacted on the road to the tail and being so twisty. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do enjoy this video, click that like button. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. All we do on this channel is Volkswagen and Audi content and occasional random ride along from an event we attend. Just get a little bit different perspective on our perspective. So let's dive into this and go for a ride, guys.
Oh, this is cool. First experience in a Tesla. So could it self-drive around a thing?
It does need to see two lines.
Okay. So could it self-drive the tail?
It tries to, but once it gets to like a super sharp turn, it will disengage then. It'll start to take the turn, and then once it can't see the edge line anymore, because the camera's facing forward.
Okay.
Once it can't see the right edge line anymore, it disconnects then.
So let me ask you, from an R&D standpoint, is Elon Musk happy to have people like you driving their cars on roads like this to make their tech better?
I sure hope so. Like a lot of, and like whenever the autopilot disengages, it does do a log file of that.
Yeah.
You know, if they view it or not, who knows?
They should.
But it is, yeah. It's like they have some sort of machine learning going on. Nice. That it does every software update. It gets a little better every time.
That's awesome. So is there a crypto asset for that machine learning AI?
Right. Doge to the moon.
Right. Let me get in on that one. Dude, this is so awesome. Wow. I love this roof.
It's so nice.
I love that roof. I always wondered how those worked. The Wookiee in the back seat. Yeah.
What's Jamie doing?
So he borrowed it from Volkswagen. Hey, can I borrow a car for the weekend?
Oh, sorry, this way is actually faster.
Have you been out on the dam yet?
Yeah, we went there this morning for the first time. I've never been there before. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm no pro driver, but
oh, you're okay. You're okay. That's cool. It's like an RC car. Like
right?
It's weird. It's weird. Like I can feel the sensation, but I don't hear it. I'm so used to hearing it. So you have like no display, no nothing. Like
nope.
You just drive.
Yep.
I love the lack of distraction.
I know, it is kind of nice. And like this, like it's just enough. It's like speed, like that's all I want to know.
That's cool. So what do you think of the Audi E-tron GT?
So
off the record.
Right?
Off the record.
I don't work for them yet. But I haven't driven one yet either.
Would you buy it though?
I might. Especially because like Volkswagen and Audi they're going like hardcore in this EV thing, which is good. Everyone else, GM's just like, oh, we'll just like tap our foot in and just see what happens. And Ford's kind of like, oh, we're gonna make this Mach-E and then a F-150 EV. But like VW and Audi actually being, hey, we're actually gonna do this full bore. We've got the R&D, we've got the budget, we've got the production capabilities to actually make this legit. I don't think that's like really good. So the Audi itself, I'm not sure about it. The range seems kind of crappy, but then again, compared to the ID4 seems like it's underrated.
Random thought. I'm watching your pedal play down here, and when you lift is that braking feeling? Is that the regen?
Yeah, yep, that's just the regen.
Wow, that's very interesting. It's very like, you can feel it's draggy almost. I like it.
Yep. Yeah, and on this one, since it is only braking the rear end, it does kind of keeps it more level. On the all-wheel drive ones,
Yeah.
It does nose over a bit, which some people kind of like that because they're expecting that more.
Yeah, repetitiveness is fantastic. I came through here the other day a little saucy. Yeah, it was an oops moment. I was like, oh, I'm glad that curve wasn't big.
Yeah, so like on that little stretch, that's actually 194 watt hours. To get the EPA rated 325, which is what this car was, the target would be 242. So even just blasting through some slowly, but actually got better than what the EPA range would be.
Can we just, because I'm intrigued, can we make it self-drive?
Oh yeah. Yes, and then you basically just control the speed with the wheel. For some roads it won't let you go over certain speeds.
Okay.
And depending on what the speed is, you then have to put your hand on the wheel after a certain point. If you're going slower, it's usually like 15 seconds. You have to actually like do something to the wheel. Right. At highway speeds, it's more like 5 seconds.
Nice, that's so cool. So what is it it's actually reading? Is it reading color? Is it reading like...
It's basically just reading the lines. Because Tesla doesn't do any... like how GM Super Cruise does, they actually like do GPS coordinates. Right. So that all their roads are pre-mapped basically. Okay. Tesla's just if it can see lines and there's nothing in the way, it's going to try to
let it be Sunday. Yep. Know what to do with like things in the road, like
that will try to. Oh, yeah, there we go. Kicked off. So that it will try to avoid.
Is that what happened there?
Yeah.
Okay. Can it identify a Wookiee?
It cannot.
Oh.
It can identify people. Sometimes it identifies street signs as people, which is kind of creepy because you're like, oh my god, there's a ghost. It also sometimes recognizes cars as garbage cans, which is pretty funny.
Interesting.
But
that's a trip. That is an absolute trip.
Not too bad. I've been pretty happy with it so far.
Yeah.
It does need a little bit. It needs lowered a bit.
lowered. So how hard is it to mod? Can I mod it?
Yes.
Can I swap it?
Probably not. So there are people who have taken rear-wheel drive ones and converted them to all-wheel drive ones. They put a different battery because the battery pack is actually different. Even though it's the same capacity, there's an extra pass-through for cabling. So you have to swap the battery pack and add the front drive motor or drive unit. But then you can actually like convert that, and eventually there will be mods for just upping the power of the rear drive units too. There is a company in Canada, InGen X, that already has a little flash module that you can plug in, and it basically removes some of the current limiting from the battery pack, so you can add an extra 75 horsepower.
That's cool.
And then they kind of have to play whack-a-mole, because then every software update, Tesla basically nukes the flash. No. So you have to wait like 2 days then.
Sounds like what NVIDIA did with those 3060s, yo.
Yep.
Like, guys, they're just playing that. Let's see. Let's do it, and then let's see if there's billions of people out there. Let's see if somebody can screw with us. If not, we're doing a good job.
Okay.
It's looking good, man. This is awesome. I appreciate this so much. So can they can get rowdy out?
Yeah. So there is a company also in Canada.
I can't leave stuff alone. That's why I asked.
It's called Mountain Pass Performance. They also have a little like module that you can plug in. They call it the Party Box.
Yo.
Which then it basically is like how intrusive do you want the stability control? No, like, or let you get, you know, a little sideways, but then, you know, cut you back when you get way too crazy.
Nice.
So on the stock system, if you do just turn off traction control, it will let you kick out a bit, but then it's like, no. And there's no way to actually defeat it unless you pull a wheel speed sensor.
Okay.
Which in winter, that's usually the shenanigans that I partake in.
People movers right there. People movers. Dude, that thing is pretty.
That is pretty cool. I need to talk. Oh, sorry, Brandon.
Yep, my people's left me. So that's me right there. This is cool, man. This is so cool. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm gonna take a quick picture of it for a thumbnail. I'm just gonna have to do this as right along. Like, this was a first for me, guys. Like, I love cars. I love horsepower of all sorts, and I really, Matt, right?
Yep.
Matt. I'm. Thanks, Matt.
No problem. Anytime.
Yeah, dude, the amount of cameras. So I did hear that you could like the cameras are a security system.
Yes. There's also Sentry mode. So anytime the car is locked, unless you like set it to, hey, I'm at home. I don't need to, you know, I don't need to watch stuff in my garage.
Right.
So yeah, so we'll do. So it'll automatically pop up, and I'll have the front.